What's happening, y'all? Have you missed me? I missed you too. I just been kind of chilling, y'all, trying to, gain my focus and retrain my focus and, get on my spiritual path, stay on my spiritual path, and, a lot of things have changed and I'm mesmerized by the changes and improvements in my life and things of that such, just looking forward to, building anew. You know what I mean? Still growing with the beard and still having fun with music and doing a lot more reading and things of that nature. I'm just out here cruising on the highway. Had a gig earlier today and everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? Everything was cool. Um, just been embracing the fact that I don't want to lock myself in too hard to the point that I'm not allowing my creativity to flow. You know what I mean? Things will definitely be doing some more changes and stuff like that. Than just really listening to God, man, praying, thinking a lot, thinking about relationships, thinking about the relationships that we have in this life, thinking about music, you know what I mean? Because, a lot of times in life we ignore a lot of things or we pay attention to a lot of things. And, the things we ignore ultimately end up turning to senses of self-disrespect. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect yourself. The way you feel about something is imperative enough in order for you to respect what it is. And if you're not doing that, then are you respecting yourself or are you disrespecting yourself? You know what I'm saying? And those things over time, they'll continually become larger and larger and larger and larger, and you just got to pay attention to them, you know. But as for that, just wanted to share a little bit of that with you all. If there's anything in particular that you all would love for me to talk about, I'd love for you to drop those items in the comment section below. And I'd love to address anything in particular that you all would love for me to talk about or speak upon. As for myself, I've just been doing a lot of music, reading a lot of my Bible lately. I've been entertaining a lot of different fashion styles and stuff. Y'all forgive me right now. We got a little Jeep Wrangler wobble going on, and that happens from time to time in the old schools. Which direction am I gonna go? I'm on the highway right now in Atlanta, y'all. So I appreciate y'all taking this ride with me. Um, yeah, just been holding strong, man. Working on my credit, working on just different situations in life, because as relationships go, you don't want to become a burden in someone's life. You know what I'm saying? If you come into someone's life, you want to be able to be their peace. You know what I'm saying? And so I've just been working on aligning myself and having my stuff together. Building on my style, building on my fashions and my influences and all that kind of stuff. And just really staying and remaining creative. I've been giving a lot of effort and focus into a minimalistic lifestyle and minimalism. I did a huge purge. Actually, this humongous bag of clothes that I'm gonna donate. Good stuff, you know what I'm saying? Got a lot of good stuff in there. It ain't just like I'm getting rid of stuff that's bad clothes or nothing like that. Stuff don't have holes in it or nothing like that. But people these days are finding it more fashionable if it does have holes in it anyway. But my point is just, some good stuff. Some North Face stuff, some nice brands of jeans and things of that nature. And it's all good, man. Because the way I look at it is, you really gotta make sure that. And the key to minimalism is that you're keeping items that are items in which that you actually utilize. A lot of people got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pair, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 pairs of shoes. And they ain't wearing but 3 pair of them in a cycle. You know, and can pick up every excuse in the book why they need to keep them all. And I'm not here to tell you that you need to get rid of all your stuff. That's not why I'm saying what I'm saying, and that's not why this is a topic of discussion. But more so ever, this is just, you know, me saying and stating that, you know, I love to have things, but I prefer that things don't have me. You know what I'm saying? And so in efforts to focus on being a creative of this world, I'd rather give less energy into being a consumer of this world, you know. And you know, while we all can't change the fact that we will be consuming some items in this world, you know, I'd love to consume my favorite this, my favorite that. You know what I'm saying? I'd prefer, you know, to not have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these and those. And also, it lends itself well to my creative surrounding. You know, when I just see a lot of stuff and it's not a lot of clean space, I don't really relate that space to being a creative platform in which I might be able to design more creative opportunities. You know, it seems like, you know, when the canvas is filled already, there's no more space for me to come into that space, and I want to leave space for creativity to be able to flow. So, you know, but yeah, that's just that, man. Been taking a lot of time to think about relationships and things of that nature. I did a post earlier today about my father, man. Just, you know, he and I were chilling and hanging out at a social gathering, a fundraiser event for my uncle's nonprofit organization for is a shelter for young men. And you know, I woke up this morning and we had church this morning, and I just broke down into just really, really sad, sobbing tears, man, because I realized, you know, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, you know, my father ended up getting really, really sick. I didn't know he was really sick, but he had left me with a large sum of money. And when this whole thing happened, pretty much what ended up happening was I wasn't the best son. You know, he told me to hold these funds. I spent these funds, and I realized that, you know, a lot of deep-seated pain and just trauma, you know, was brewing on the inside of me from, you know, when my father and my mother got a divorce, you know, when I was 4 years old. And, you know, I was just crying and just really asking God to forgive me, man. And I was just, you know, I was crying from so many different places. You know, I was crying from the place where it's like, you know, like, Father, like, would you please forgive your son? But in actuality, my dad had always forgiven me. He always forgave me. You know, parents are, you know, my parents at least, they're forgiving, and they live on that. That's a principle, you know, for their lifestyle. You know, we will, as my other 2 brothers, we will always be forgiven for everything that is we've done. You know, while moreover, and I guess more especially, you know, people don't forget the things that have happened and the things that you've done. It's more so like, you know, they won't hold on to that, you know. And I let the pain stay inside me for so long that, you know, to have been at that event and been having fun with my dad and been able to laugh, you know, passionately and purely, you know, when all the times when I've, you know, turned my back on family in order to live my own life, you know, they never held that against me. And it sent me in such a traumatic state. I was just crying so much because I didn't realize that the only one that hadn't forgave was me, and I hadn't forgave myself. You know, kind of remind me of that T.I. song, you know, still ain't forgave myself. You know, but it was just beautiful in that moment, you know, alone, me being able to forgive myself. You know, God kind of gave me a revelation where I could write this story and write my book encompassing those stories as well. And I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you all. I look forward to talking more about it with you all. Gonna do some hair changes, hairstyles. I know I digress, but you know, never ever be afraid to reinvent yourself is something that I'm learning. And you got to stay open, you know, to inspirations from all different sorts of dynamics, you know, because the minute you remain stagnant is the 1 minute you can't grow anymore. And I want to always be able to stay fresh and stay open and be able to receive from, you know, inspiration from even a 2-year-old. But I just wanted to leave this with you all, man. I love you all. I'm glad that you all are here. I appreciate all the followers and subscribers, man, that have been coming from here and there, man, over the last 2 years with this channel. You know, it's just been really, really fun, and looking forward to being more transparent with you all and sharing more things that I've been going through, you know, in my livelihood as well. So let's get the ball rolling, y'all. Love y'all, man.